Alright, now I'm going to speak a little bit about how diabetes has affected my life. And on May 25th of 2002, when I was 6 years old, I actually was at my grandmother's house, and I was just using the restroom a lot. She just randomly decided to say, let me check your blood sugar. And when she did that, the meter didn't even read off a number, it just said high. So that just meant that I was like out of the waters. It was crazy. So my parents came and got me and took me to the hospital, and I was told that I had juvenile diabetes. Now imagine being 6 years old and being told that you're gonna have something that you're gonna have for the rest of your life. So after hearing that information, I had to sort of rethink about things. So when I was younger, I saw it as a limitation because I would go to school and everybody else would have the candy and the drinks, but I would never be able to do that. So you had to sort of change your way of thinking from, as I got older, I was able to grow into this, like, from why me to like, why not me? Because I saw it as, at first, it was like a limitation, but now as Tavis just said that I'm gonna be doing my project later on in the future, I saw it as a limitation, but now I see it as like an enabler to serve others. So what I'm gonna do is, with my project, I plan to hold several informational sessions at different schools in my area, create a film that actually talks about juvenile diabetes and inform other people about it, so that other young people won't be surprised like when they hear that information, like, oh, I was just using the restroom a lot, I didn't know I had it. So they would know the symptoms, like to look out for it, and that you'd be able to prevent someone from actually obtaining type 2 diabetes, as Mr. Ferguson talked about. So basically I'm just saying that when I was growing up, it was tough to be able to cope with having something to where I gotta check my blood sugar 5 to 6 times a day. And being young, I was just silly sometimes, and I would choose not to do it, like not check my blood sugar, or just maybe not take my medicine when I was supposed to. My mom would always tell me, check your blood sugar before you eat, take your insulin 15 minutes before you eat. And I would just be silly, like, oh, I'm watching TV, I'm not gonna do it. And luckily I was able to stay out of the hospital, so that never happened to me. But I just saw the complications that would come later on down the road, such as my mom would always tell me about like how I could possibly have different limbs amputated because it would stop my circulation, how your eyesight would start to go, different things of that nature. So it just made me sort of realize and have to look inside myself in order to say, I have this, now I have to deal with it, and now let's make the best of it, and then be able to give someone else the information that I didn't have so that they won't have to approach it the same way that I did.